Potential is everywhere. Join us as we unearth success stories of Australian farmers realising their potential.
My name is Peter Rose. We bought this farm 19 years ago. It's on the Lower Clarence, between Yamba and Maclean. It's a sugarcane farm, 135 acres of cane land here, and we deliver cane to the Harwood Mill. I grew up on a sheep cattle farms down in southeast of South Australia, but I wasn't really interested in that. I worked in the corporate world for a while. I got sick of that, sold up in Bondi and bought a cane farm, and haven't regretted the move. Australian farming, I mean, it's necessary because, you know, we do all need to eat, and so there's always going to be a role for farming. And the growers themselves, you know, they're custodians of the land, and the majority of us are trying to look after the land and do sustainable farming as best as possible. This farm's interesting in that it's very low lying, so water and drainage is the major issues here. We have floods here and we have dry periods. This is typically a 50-inch rainfall area. This year we had 50 inches by June, and then we had 2.5 months without rain. Each year is different, so you're changing your farming practices every year because of what's happened and what you think might happen. So we've got a creek running through the farm, and that's over the years has deposited some alluvial soil next to the creek. The alluvial soil only goes back about 40 to 50 metres, and then it drops off into poorer quality soils. So in any one paddock I've got quite a range of soil types, which makes it challenging. Soil, like in any farming operation, is very important. So I regularly test the soil, so you know that what you're putting on is what's needed and you're not putting on too much. Fertilisers as a general are just commodities, which is it's just a straight logistics and price exercise. However, when Entec introduced Entec urea, I've been using it for 9 years, so it must be at least 9 or 10 years ago. That was some innovation which was a little bit different. Because we're such a wet environment here, we expect quite a lot of nitrogen loss if we get a big rainfall event through leaching and denitrifications. Because Entec inhibits the denitrification process, I'm able to put less product on the ground knowing that I'm going to lose less to the environment. The nitrogen is likely to stay in the soil where it's needed longer and therefore achieve my targeted yield. I think Entec should be used by all growers, especially if you're in a wet environment.
Entec. Realise potential.